Do cover letters really matter? Job seekers have been asking this question for ages, and I'll be honest with you, up until recently, the answer was kinda. But that's changing. A recent study suggested that a large majority of hiring managers will consider giving an interview to a candidate with a great cover letter, even if their resume didn't stack up. While a good cover letter won't guarantee you the job, a bad one will turn your application into scrap paper faster than it takes to fold a paper airplane. I'm Anna, a professional career writer here at Resume.io, and in this video, we'll look at the 5 essential elements that will make your cover letter stand out and show the employer that you have the skills, experience, and potential they're looking for. Let's get started. Here's a crazy fact. Only a fraction of job seekers submit a cover letter, even when the application says it's required. I bet many of those candidates thought a cover letter was just too much work to write, but they missed out on one of the best chances to land an interview. There are 2 goals to keep in mind when writing your cover letter. First, you want to add some personality or emotion to your application. Resumes often reduce us to numbers and job titles, but your cover letter is the place to show what you're like as a person and a colleague. The hiring manager is going to have a much harder time turning down a candidate that they can relate to. The second goal is to prove to the hiring manager that you are their ideal applicant. They already have your resume, so there's no need to repeat everything you wrote there. Instead, add detail and new information that will give them more insight into your work style and how you'd fit into their opening. So with that in mind, let's get into those 5 elements of a cover letter, starting by looking at an example. This one is written for a sales associate, but you can find examples for over 100 different job titles at the link below. The first thing you'll notice right at the top of the page is this bold header. This is where you place your name and contact information so the hiring manager can find it easily should they want to set up an interview. If you could whisper into the hiring manager's ear, "Read my cover letter," then maybe the header wouldn't matter so much, but you can't. So this section needs to stand out. I'm going to look for something with a bit more energy. Make sure to pick your template based on the job title and the company you're applying to. Let's go with Madrid. So now that the header is completed, let's move on to essential element number 2, the greeting. Remember how we said that the cover letter is about making a personal connection? Well, that's pretty hard to do if the first thing the hiring manager sees is their name spelled wrong. So make sure to triple check that. Okay, but what if you're applying to this massive employer with a web of hidden hiring managers and you have no idea who is going to be reading your cover letter? First of all, please delete "to whom it may concern." A better option is something like "Dear company name hiring manager" or even "hiring team." Great, now get ready because we've just come to the most important sentence on the entire cover letter, the introduction. Think of it like that first few seconds of a song. The chorus might be so good, but if the beginning sucks, you're not going to listen to it. Same with the intro. In this example, the candidate went for an anecdote. That's pretty good, but we could also go with a statistic to start. Or how about a personal statement backed up by an achievement? Now that we've got the hiring manager's attention, we can move on to the body of the cover letter. This section is all about your skills and experience. It's really important to add numbers and concrete information anywhere you can. These details are going to make you stand out in the hiring manager's mind. The art of the cover letter is using the job description to find specific skills to add to your own cover letter, then weaving them into a story about your experience. One mistake that a lot of entry-level candidates make is talking about how the position would benefit them. But the hiring manager wants to know what you'd do for the company, even if it's as simple as bringing a positive attitude and a strong work ethic. Okay, and just like that, we're on lap 5 out of 5. Let's close out this cover letter and call it a day. For the conclusion, make sure you express enthusiasm for the position and invite the hiring manager to contact you for an interview. Here, the candidate has also left her professional email address and phone number so that the hiring manager can get in touch right then and there. Double check for any typos. And congratulations, you've just created an awesome cover letter that makes the case for why you should land the interview and the job. But before you go, let me give you a quick rundown of my top 5 tips for cover letter writing. Number 1, do your homework. Research the employer, check them out on sites like Glassdoor, look them up in the news, read their social media. The more you know about their image and how they operate, the easier it will be for you to present yourself as the right candidate in your cover letter. Number 2, make every word count. A cover letter should be 3 to 4 paragraphs and never longer than 1 page. That means that each sentence must be deliberate. Use those numbers and details to illustrate your achievements. Choose specific verbs that convey a sense of action and purpose. And number 3, customize. The job description is like a little window into the hiring manager's mind. Read it closely. Pick out the most important skills and responsibilities and highlight them on your cover letter. Prioritize what the company cares about most in the specific role you're applying for, and make sure your tone is enthusiastic about the opportunity. And number 4, match your formatting. A professional header can really make you stand out. Or even better, consider using matching cover letter and resume templates to create a unified look across your whole application. Oh, and don't forget to leave enough white space so the page isn't tiring on the eyes. And number 5, save it right. PDF is usually the best choice when emailing or printing because the formatting won't change between computers. However, a Word document is sometimes requested for online applications, so make sure to check the employer's preferences before you submit. And that's it. You've got all the tools you need to write an awesome cover letter. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for even more videos on making your application the best it can be. Now it's time to go out there and get that job.